Hey there. So I do have a clothing haul for you today from some things that I got at a resource center actually, because I just started doing this and I kind of had to go without for a little while. So it's not quite high enough, but you can see my chin at least. Anyway, so these are some things that I picked up from the resource center for this good show, and it's also because I needed a few clothes that were more professional, and I didn't really have like professional clothing. I had a lot of trendy clothing, and what else? Trendy and sporty, because that's just comfortable, you know. I found that this kind of attire is actually very comfortable. I used to wear something like this before, about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. 2 to 3 years ago, I was more into the vintage feel, and I'm glad something stuck with me because I chose to do a lot of changing at once. And it was a pretty vulnerable position, but I was glad I did it. So this is what I'm wearing today. This is part of the haul. I'm not going to I took it out of the pile already and put it on because I was really enjoying what I had purchased and picked up. I like to think that I purchased it. One thing you go through when you're going through less is that you want to feel like you're purchasing things sometimes. When you haven't had money to buy what you wanted for a while, it feels like I'd really like to purchase something. So I did buy like $5 worth of stuff today at a thrift store, and somebody was really kind to me today about it. I should tell the story. It was, I'll tell it soon. I gotta remember how it went exactly. So it was pretty good. Little store time that I had. I get nervous in stores because you don't go in them, you know, after you haven't gone in them to buy a lot of things in a while. Then you're like, because you're saving money, and yeah, you're saving money. So it's like you wanna you kind of get nervous in places you haven't been before again. It sounds strange in America, but it happens. It totally happens. So let's see. This is a Da Fuji. It's hand embroidered, and it's 100% pure silk. Is it silk? Pure silk? I don't think it's silk, although they do make them from worms, which is like an interesting thing. Silk is made from worms. I guess that's just how it is. And it looks like even the stitching is silk thread. Right. The buttons are covered in silk. But yeah, the worms spin some sort of web. I think it's their cocoon, and then they harvest the silkworm silk. That's one of those things you can think about if you are into how they manufacture these. Like, I don't know if in this era they or this decade they harvested silk better than we do now. Like, if we get greedy and stuff like that, we definitely put animals at risk, and a worm. I don't know if you consider an animal, but it's part of the animal kingdom. And so if you're into that, you could look into that. That's something I would look into. If I had the time or the interest, I might look into a few charitable causes like that where I would pay more, or just I would pay more to get something that's harvested well. The other way is this way, which is where you're buying used clothing so that they're not harvesting, you know, using more animals to make new clothing in an inhumane way. So this is silk, and it has a very nice, like, it's light, but it's heavy. It's not quite the sheer fabrics that you'd find, but it has a great weight. They're known for being warmer. I think silk, for me at least, is warmer than, especially like for silk pajama, they're definitely warmer to me than regular pajamas. So this is a good shirt, and I'd probably wear it with pants. If I had like a plaid skirt or something like that, I'd also wear it with it. I don't have a plaid skirt to pair it with yet, but you know, it has a few tea stains on it. Well, as well, but most of it's covered up. This has, see, it's just a tiny tea stain there. With this, you don't see it. So if there's a stain in the front of the shirt, you don't see it. This shirt just has a little discoloration here. If you're going for a vintage look, why are you gonna worry about perfection anyway? Like, you want it to look good and barely noticeable, which is what this is. Shirts do wear, their clothing, your clothes are gonna wear, like, don't need to be neurotic about it. And if you're not going to, like, if you're going to a thrift store and that's where you work, this is 100% or 100 or 120% appropriate for going and working there. If you're working on your own, like I am, 100% appropriate. If you're into creativity, 100% appropriate. You know, unless it's like more of a dress code. But I'm working by myself, so that's that. This is an accessory. We'll get to what it goes with, but this is just a green and blue scarf, and it works well like this, except it doesn't have the longer tassels. It is kind of like an off Kelly green, and it is very pretty as well. I use it with the printout. It's only printed on one side. It goes kind of like with this kind of shirt, the white shirt. You can tie it and it just kind of fluffs right here. And this looks fine without a tie as well. I like it with the necklace. That's also very nice. It's a little bit more cowgirlish or something like that, I'd say. Some sort of shabby chic as well. With a scarf, it's more vintage, like that. There is this, which is a cutout turtleneck. So I would say at first this is 60s. It could have been like a 50s sweater, I think. I don't have the label, I think. No, this is a newer shirt, so it's L&A, but it's a size small, but it's a good stretch, and it's the same feel as like a 50 or a, say, like Audrey Hepburn or something like that would wear this. So it's vintagey in that manner with the cutout in the front. And then the ribbed sweater is pretty, like a detail, I think, that they also had a little bit in the 50s. I don't know about the 40s, though. I don't think they had it in the 40s. I think it was mostly like a thinner knit. So when it was knit. Let me try on this green scarf for you so you can see what it looks like. If I can get this thing off. There we go. It's tied nice and good, or it won't fall out. So that's this one. This is, I'll show you the length of this. Like if you're gonna wear a scarf this length, this is from Zara Accessories, and it's made in Spain. And it's actually this long. So if you're thinking about like a scarf and how long you need it, that's as long as you need it. And it's actually only that wide. So I'm sure you can find something to do with that. This is the other one. This is folded in half as well. It's only that long. So the other one has at least like this much more on it. And so it's a lot shorter. Like this. Come through. Don't tie it tight around your neck, just tie it to your neck. And then gotta get it. Gotta get it. Alright. And that's that. Oh, it's cute, doesn't it? You like it, I know you do. So, that's this little scarf ascot thing. It's very pretty like that. I mean, with short hair, like, I like the vintage style. I'll have glasses coming in soon. Coming Monday. And they are a granny glass, so I'll probably do my face a little more. Maybe some makeup tutorials or something. So we have that with this, and then with the granny glasses, it's complete vintage, just for fun, and because I enjoy it, and it's good to change up things like your style, I guess, when you are creative. So that is our green scarf, and some of it is inside out, but you can't really tell. It's beautiful. You're kind of looking for the form, like even that's nice. No, it's not inside out. I don't know what brand this is though. Could check. I'll check in a minute. This is a Leaf. So Leaf. It's a white dress, just barely off-white. The size is small. Made in the United States of imported parts. That's cool. If you look into made in the United States stuff, that's one of these. It has pockets. Cute, right? I love pockets. And then it says down here it's made of, its a main body core is made of rayon, nylon, and spandex. Only 6% spandex. That's a lot though, actually. The lining is made of rayon and spandex, and it's dry clean only. So this is like a coffee date kind of dress. So, I mean, you might get coffee on it, but just bring a bleach pen and it should be fine. Or like shout or something. So this is just a jersey tank top empire waist dress. It looks like the bra on top. It has the waist right here, as you can see right here, and this is the top of the neckline. It's a newer version. It's not vintage, but I got it because it has a full skirt. It's down to, it's past your knee and on me, and I have a 5'7" frame. So it's past your knee, and it's heavy jersey, so you can wear like undergarments and stuff like that that are just light in color, and you won't really be able to see through it at all, which, because it has the, what's it called? Because it has the lining, you'll be fine, and it's a heavyweight fabric. It's got straps, but I'll be wearing a blazer over this one. That's how I'm going to wear this, and I think it's going to look good. So with the blazer, it'll probably be more of a 80s feel. This kind of jersey. This is the newer version, but they had a version like this that was more cotton in the 80s, and it was heavy like this, and this reminds me of that. So this would be good for an 80s outfit. I'll show you what I'll wear with it, and it'll just be really cute. One thing that I wouldn't wear with it, but I don't know what I'm going to wear this with yet, is this reminds me of the 50s, but it also reminds me of Laura Ashley. So it's not Laura Ashley. She's a great brand. This is Ryco. This is hand-washed. Oh, it's made in Thailand, but it says hand-washed cold water. It also has a little stain right there. Just little ones. I bet I could hand-wash those out. I got this for free, and I think it's adorable. I love the color, and I think it needs like a t-shirt underneath or something like that to go, to be real cute, maybe with shorts or something. Wear it in the summertime to just keep you a little warm. So then you'd probably wear a long sleeve underneath. I would, because I don't enjoy anything under 80 really. But so that's that sweater. It'll keep you warm. It's got a lace detail here. As you can see it, it's like that. Beautiful. And it's the wide here with the straight stitch here. It's also on the bottom of the cropped sweater. It has these gorgeous buttons. I don't usually love buttons, but these are gorgeous. They are tin, and it looks like two leaves kind of going like this, and they're like filled in, so it's a bunch of leaves, or maybe they're roses. I think they're leaves with little circles in the middle. The thread is a yarn. It's a nice metal, stainless steel or something, and then a real wood button. So this brand knows what it's doing, at least in terms of quality. The little design here is also very nice. It's kind of ribbed. And the little eyelet at the bottom, that's also really pretty. So, so this is very pretty. The bottom has the ribs on this one instead of all over the back and over something. I did put it on over this white dress when I did the, I was so excited to get these that I started with the lookbook, but I'm going to post that after. This is a rib knit dress I was telling you, and this or this looks like an Laura Ashley outfit from the 80s. So it's not something that I would necessarily wear, but I did show you it because it just reminded me so much of her brand that I thought it would be good to at least show it and enjoy it for a moment, at least to show you that what it looks like. I just usually like covering my arms, and this was all sleeveless. Here's something else that I got. Resource centers are great if you're starting out again. It was a resource center, like where you go for breakfast and stuff like that, which sometimes that was something I needed to do for a little while, to go get breakfast. And I really didn't get clothes a ton until I had a spot to put them. But, you know, in my car or, you know, something like that. But, or a studio, depending on how poor I was. But it really wasn't that big of a deal. Anyway, that was, you know, you can get free resources. It's kind of like a closet, and you go in and they give you a limit or no limit on what you can get. And when you're starting over again, it's just helpful. So we all go through it at one point or another. Mine ends up in clothes. Anyway, this is a Raffaella. I've heard of them before. I haven't had too many of them. This is a size 14. It fits high. I am usually not a 14, but in the older styles I am. This is rayon and wool, so it'll be warm through spring. It does have a little discoloration in the front pocket and the front button, but you can't really see it, which is good because of this color. It looks like a coffee stain, so if I hand washed it, it might just come right out, or some baking soda or something like that. The seat looks really low. That's something that they did in the 40s and 50s. This could also be used probably for a 70s outfit if you used the black turtleneck, but it also doubles as like the 50s as well, almost Audrey Hepburn. They did some tweed like this. This has the perma crease in it, so as you can see, it's permanently a dress pant because of that crease, and that is on the front and middle and on the back and the middle. So it has that. It has a small waistline right here. It's very small, but it's very pretty. It's a great detail on this garment, and it goes great with the belt. It has the belt loops. So it also has just a plastic zipper. So if it's not from the 50s, it's definitely a great faux. You still feel the tag was coming through. I'll have to get that. But I don't know who bought it, how long ago, but that's been there forever. It's on the outside of the garment. It doesn't feel on the inside. It doesn't hit you on the inside. So, but the cotton also, that's like a sweatband, I think. So, you know, it's at least older. We don't really make those anymore. So that's this garment here. It fits great. It fits a little higher than the ankle. So it's above, just to below the calf by your ankle, and it is definitely enjoyable. Height and fit. It kind of has a boxy fit. Yep. So let me move these over here. Like that. Alright. This is a white sweater. It doesn't look very old to me, unless it was in somebody's closet for a long time and they never wore it. But I think they would carry something like this in like a Chadwick's or something like that. It's basically, it's Alfred Dunner, so it's very possible they made this recently. It's a size small. Excuse me. It's 65% polyester and 35% cotton, made in Indonesia. Machine wash cold, so you can put it in the washing machine, and you can put it in the dryer too. But this is one of those sweaters that, since it has the rib, the comfortable rib everywhere, basically, you can take this and tuck it under when you're wearing it, like that. And the shirt will fit where it looks like that. It looks like it's folded over. So it's boxier. It's really pretty when you put it on. The design is really pretty. It's still reminiscent of the 50s. I think that's why they still make it, because there are a lot of women who have seniorized, and it's pretty cool. So they're still making it for those people that really enjoy, you know, the look from the 50s, like me. Except I'm just not seniorized yet. I don't know when that. We say it happens around the 50s, right? I can't remember the exact day. But, yep, when we become wiser. You know what I mean. Okay, so this is a great sweater. It's very pretty. Thank you for keeping the style alive, senior women. I really do enjoy it. And it's also made with a sweater. It's got a detail. Looks like oval diamonds and then like a wave. So it goes like this and then a little and then a wave and then a little, like that. And then the diamonds are kind of like that. They're almost teardrops. And they're really pretty. The armband here is really stretchy but comfortable when you put it on. So it's not like the ones that you're wearing these days with the like rayon, and it's just that thin piece of elastic that they make too tight. I don't like that. This is kind of scalloped on the cuff, neck cuff right there. So it's really pretty. And I think it'll go good with some pants. And if I had a skirt to go with it, I would wear the skirt with it. This is a new sweater. Well, it doesn't look worn. It is from a brand that is new. It's definitely in the last 10 years, I'd say. H&M Log. We've heard H&M, they have a myriad of clothing. The clothing is so eclectic, but trendy. And so we have that. And this sweater came from there. It's a European size small, a US size small, Canadian size petite. I think it's wool, actually, because of the feel. It might be merino wool. Maybe not merino. Let's see. Made in China. Dry flat. Yeah, that usually tells you that it's at least some wool. So we got Germany and the United States. That's what they do with the H&M. US. Machine wash, cold, gentle. Cycle. So cold, dry, clean, dry, flat. Use mild detergent. Shell. 62% acrylic. 28% nylon. 8% wool and 2% spandex. So it does have wool. Means it's a little bit warmer, you know, per weight than an average acrylic sweater. And it's kind of cropped, but not really. It kind of just hits at the waistline. It would go great with those pants that were, what's it called? Like plaid or whatever. It would probably go good over this even, but not with green pants. I really wouldn't wear it. But like the style would. It's just beautiful. Yep, and it's got long sleeves. I think they're a little long, but you can cuff them, you can roll them up, and that'll fit really nice. So that's part of this clothing haul. I have a couple more things, but I'll be back in just a moment.